Are you thinking of moving to Kelowna, BC? In this video that we specifically made for you, we're going to take you to Wilden neighborhood here in Kelowna. We're going to take you to some cool places so you'll know why people enjoy this part of them. I'm going to show you and give you a quick tour of 3 different houses so you know what you can buy within your particular budget. If you stick around to the end, I'm going to show you my favorite thing about Wilden here in Kelowna. If this is your first time at our channel and you want to know everything about living here in Kelowna, BC, make sure to subscribe below. Tap the bell for notifications so you'll be the first to know about housing market here in Kelowna, BC. My name is Merza Mali. I'm with Artful Real Estate and Real Brokerage, the fastest growing publicly traded brokerage in North America. We get calls from people like you every day, so whether you're moving in 8 days or 8 months, make sure to contact us now. Our contact information is below, so please click on the link, scan the QR code, or pick up the phone, text me, send me an email. I cannot wait to hear from you, and I would love to help you to have a smart and smooth move here to our beautiful city, Kelowna in BC. So about Wilden, this nature-inspired community that is built with having nature on top of the mind. There are some streets here that are on the edge of Magic Estates, Wilden, like Rio, Clifton, and Terrace, that they have older houses from 70s, 80s, 90s, but most of the houses here is built after 2000, especially after 2004. Once a German developer that is visiting Kelowna comes and sees this beautiful hill in Wilden area, and he just has this vision and starts to create and purchase about 2,000 acres of the lands here. Resources says from 50 different owners, and having this plan in mind to build this master community, which in fact this is Wilden, is the largest master community plan between Vancouver and Calgary. So that is something to its own, right? With having nature in mind, so conserving nature and just building around the nature. So this community, the houses, some of them are on the ridge, and then some of them are around the pond. So it's just like having this nature and houses on the nature. It is very interesting. Actually, there are different types of views here. Views of the lake, views of the Glenmore Valley, views of the ponds. So there are several ponds here in this neighborhood, small lakes and natural ponds, that there are some communities built around it. So just imagine that this house is on the ridge, and then there is this pocket, this valley, that there are several ponds in it, and just imagine how beautiful that could be, right? There are different variety of houses here, which is townhomes in terms of stratas, that what we have currently for sale here, they start from $770,000 all the way to $1,200,000, $1.2 million. And single family homes that starts anywhere from 1.2 all the way to close to $3 million. And the most expensive sale that we had recently was on a sky court, and it was a house, magnificent architecture, contemporary, modern contemporary design house, sold for under $4,400,000. So there are a variety of prices happening here. There are different types of houses, townhomes and single family homes, and there is everything here. This is a community. It is very much with that in mind, that community in mind built. So there are lots of families living here, and there are so many community events that are happening. One of them is the Wild One run in the summer, which the proceedings goes to charity and for great causes, definitely, and all sorts of block parties and things that are happening here. There is a new shopping plaza, just like the one which is recently built in the Upper Mission. It's being built here as well, and all sorts of different trails, nature. If you want to live and play, this is that neighborhood. And the houses here, most of them are newer, built after 2004. So lots of contemporary design architecture, and with having sustainability on top of the mind. So that was the vision, right? So this is that kind of neighborhood. If you're an architect and you are an advocate of sustainability, definitely this is one of those. So I chose for you a few different homes that I'm going to show you, and let's take a look together to this beautiful neighborhood, Wilden in Kelowna. People are walking here. There are beautiful fall colors here, which are definitely matching me today. Look at here, right? It's so beautiful, magnificent. There is no other perfect neighborhood like this. The proximity and schools, everything is around the corner. Right here is just located on north side and north and east of Magic Estates and north side of Glenmore. So all the amenities of Glenmore, people here have access to that. It is 8 minutes to the airport, 15 minutes to downtown, about the same to the Kelowna Hospital, about like 7 minutes perhaps to UBC. Oh, they go from the back, right, from the John Hindle Road. So in terms of proximity, this is a neighborhood which is again close to everything, and because Kelowna is a small town, right? It's not that large. And there are some schools that are built in this neighborhood, so people that are families that are living here don't have to drive all the way to the Glenmore. However, that is not all the way, it's just around the corner. Okay, I'm here at this beautiful fall day at Lost Creek Point, which is this development, townhome development by Wilden, and the very first house that I chose for you is a townhome. Let's go and see it together. So you see everything here is pretty new. This development is about 5 years old, like just built in 2019, and it's kind of like a semi-detached townhomes. And the one that I chose for you is just this one that I'm going to show you. It is here behind me, this one. This townhome has 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2,144 square feet of area, and built in 2019. It is listed for $915,000. So let me know, what do you think? This is that entry-level price point for Wilden. Usually the single family homes, what we have currently is 1.2, but for the townhomes, we have a little bit less expensive as well, which can be one of the neighbors. I was just talking with one of them. Very kind, very lovely. And yeah, that entry level, what we have currently is $770,000, right? $770,000. However, this one is $914,000, 14 and 900, just below $915,000. If I haven't confused you yet. Sometimes the numbers are too many numbers, and you see there are different numbers. They are this part of the same development, right? Just behind me. And the one that I showed you, that is the one which is for sale. So let me know if you're thinking about a strata living, which is that hassle-free living, right? Because everything is, you don't have a yard to maintain it, and you don't have to go through everything yourself, but it is easy, right? At the same time, you have about 2,100 square feet of area and 4 bedrooms, which is very much wanted for so many people. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and let's go together and view the second home together that I chose for you. It's a single family home. So here in another street here in beautiful Wilden on the hills, just beautiful roads while you're coming up here or going down, it's on that hill, right? Just the north side of downtown Kelowna, and start from just north side of Magic Estates in Glenmore. So I'm going to show you the second house that we chose for you, which is another level up of what we saw earlier on the first house. So this street that I'm walking is one of those newer streets. So most of the houses here are built during the past few years, like maybe 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, something like that. And the one that I chose for you to show you, it has a legal suite, and it is built in 2022. So it is only 2 years old, which is just this one, just right here that you can see. It has 5 bedrooms, 4.5 bathroom. It has 3,547 square feet of area, located on a 0.17 of lot, 0.17 acre of lot, and has 1 bedroom legal suite that is that mortgage helper, and it is listed for just under $1,600,000, which is $1,599,000. So for a 2-year-old home, that you don't have to pay that GST, right? Like, because newer is whatever new that you purchase, you have to pay that GST tax on it. But on this one, it is new, very new, but you don't have to pay GST, so that's a plus. And also having contemporary architecture, many of the trendy things, everything white and black and white, and that tan wood, which is inspired by a Scandinavian design, right? Blonde wood colors. It's a beautiful one, definitely. And if you are looking for such newer home, I would love to show this one to you, or any other ones. In this street we have a few ones which are for sale, and each one of them has a nice contemporary architecture, which is what Wilden is famous for. The ones on the other side of the street, which is this side, obviously have those gorgeous valley views, and the other ones on the other side has less of views. That is the general rule of thumb in all the streets that we are seeing in Kelowna, right? And each one of them has a different characteristic, and many of them are those custom builds with best finishes that you can imagine. So I'm gonna turn the camera here so you will see these valley views just through this peekaboo between these two houses here, right? So let me know what you think, and if you'd like to see this house, I would love to show it to you. So make sure to call me now. Thank you. Let's go to the next home, the third house, which is another level up. And that is the last house that we're going to view together in this video. So stay tuned. So here we are at the last house that we chose for you to give you a tour of. Look at this valley views behind me, right? So this last house that we chose for you is located on Rocky Point, which is this street that all of the houses again are newer houses, and they are one of a kind. This is another level up of what I showed you already. So it is, some of the houses here have very much magnificent views. You saw the views of the valley, right? And this other side of the street have stunning views of valley, and some of them have stunning views of the lake. So the house that I'm going to give you a tour of is the one next to this, which is that one with a beautiful maple tree just in the front of it. So this house has 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, about 5,300 square feet of area. It has a magnificent pool on the views just, and 1,500 square feet of area. I told you about that, and it is located on a 0.26 acre of land. And you see there's just a construction happening next to this house. This house is one of those original show houses of the Wilden, and it is listed for $2,730,000, which makes the price per square foot about $515 per square foot. So let me know what you think. Definitely this is one of those houses built in 2017, custom built with great finishes and with those eco-friendly principles of architecture in the mind of the designer and the builder. Whatever you've heard about Wilden neighborhood and Wilden development, right? And look at this view just behind me. This is one of those rare streets which is kind of like on a ridge, so you have the views on both sides of the street, right? Because it is just on top of this hill, and we know that Wilden is designed this development to have a development which is seamlessly is just combined with nature. So we are just seeing this, and let me know what you think. I would love to show this house to you if you would like. And my favorite thing about Wilden, definitely knowing the background and architecture and just these principles of eco-design and sustainability that the designers and architects are considering in these houses, the development, that vision that is manifested and is this beautiful neighborhood. Definitely that stands out for me because I have such a belonging, and who can design it better than Germans? I really think so. But besides that, community-wise, so many fun things that is happening here, and I already told you about. Let's go together, and I would like to show you my favorite thing about here in Wilden. Let's go and stay tuned. If you would like to see this house, I would love to show it to you. Pick up the phone, text me or call me. Let's talk. Here together to take a look at my favorite thing about Wilden. I told you that there are lots of ponds here. I'm just walking by one of them, and I think this is just such a unique and very cute feature that other neighborhoods don't have it, right? Some of these ponds in the winter time, when it snows and it goes under the zero, they're becoming completely frozen and icy, so people come here and they ice skate. People ice skate here. So this is definitely my favorite thing about living here in such a community which is inspired by the development, which is inspired by nature, and nature is a part of it, and they didn't damage the nature to build, but they just built it around it, right, in the surrounding of it. I told you about the pond. Now let's take a peek together here to see the beauty of this pond. Isn't this something? All the trails, and you see there are houses here, houses the other side of the pond, so it is just surrounded by this cuteness. And this is fantastic, right? So let me know, what do you think, and what is the part of, what was the part of Wilden neighborhood that stood out for you, and you think that can be your favorite thing? Yeah, that is awesome. So people come here all the time, they walk their dogs, and are just like, the trails are just, they're living in the trails, right? So that is definitely something. And yeah, let me know and stay tuned. I wish you a great day or night wherever you are.